We're delighted that you people were gracious enough to come in this terrible weather, honoring what's-his-name down here. But we have to go a little out of format. You probably know that this is an impromptu evening, and there are two gentlemen here who must leave. And so we thought they'd like to pay their respects to Ray before they do leave. The first gentleman, I just found out, is having a birthday. Actually, today is his birthday. He's one of the fine singers of all time and one of the most gracious gentlemen of show business or any other business, Mr. Lanny Ross. Let's sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lanny. Happy birthday to you. Mr. Lanny Ross, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody's having dinner. They're just the hors d'oeuvre. This is really Ray O'Brien's night, and he makes me feel like a kid. That's true. And this is a little song I've written in honor of Ray to sort of set the mood of the evening. It's called 90 Years. Now, how could that be 90 years? Because time is so funny. It goes fast or slow, whether on Broadway or the USO. Moments are precious, years are so few. Let's turn the pages of time in review. 90 years, 90 years, sparkling with music, laughter and tears, spun out of kisses and haunted with sighs, some of them foolish, but most of them wise. 90 years, 90 years, some hair is graying and some disappears. Here is a toast in a goblet that cheers. May God bless O'Brien the next 90 years. 90 years, 90 years. Some have a bank full and some have arrears. Here is a toast in a goblet that cheers. May God bless us all the next 90 years. All right. Happy birthday, Ray, and love to all of you.
Lanny Ross, ladies and gentlemen. Lanny, will you keep that song for my 90th birthday? I'd like to book you now. Thank you. That was beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks to the ingenuity of our entertainment director, Jim Ruth, we found that Ray O'Brien was a member of the United States Marine Corps, not in the Civil War, not in the Spanish-American War, but in World War I. We found that hard to believe, so we contacted the United States Marine Corps, and we have a gentleman representing the Marine Corps, Lieutenant Michael Imsick, who has verified his service and verified that we won the war. May I present Mr. Lieutenant Michael Imsick of the United States Marine Corps.
There are many who will attest that Ray O'Brien's skill and entertainment emanate from his service in the United States Marine Corps. Ray was a leatherneck, and it is customary when a young Marine is in the presence of an elderly Marine to remember and recall a part of the elderly Marine's illustrious unit. Ray was a member of the 9th Marines, and I'd like to read you a brief synopsis of the 9th Marines' history during World War I. Throughout World War I, it was feared Germany would launch a naval attack against the Mexican oil fields, the Panama Canal, or some other vital Caribbean installations. The Navy constantly planned for this possibility, and the Marines' contribution was a brigade designed to protect advanced naval bases. This move was the father of the fleet's Marine Force. The World War I brigade was designated as the 3rd Marine Brigade. and its regiments were the 8th and 9th Marines. And it was also equipped with artillery, anti-aircraft artillery, and aircraft. While force headquarters remained at Philadelphia throughout the war, the brigade was stationed, as was Ray, at Fort Crockett near Galveston, Texas. Along with the 9th Marines, Ray saw wartime service as the regiment went to Cuba during 1917 when Cuban insurgents attempted to disrupt the sugar industry. And on behalf of the United States Marine Corps, I'd like to present a book that memorializes Marines who are older than Ray, which I think he'll appreciate for his library, The Marines in the Revolution. And if I can find him out there, I'll...
On Mr. O'Brien's 90th birthday, ladies and gentlemen, let's serenade him now. Jim? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ray. Happy birthday to you. Tonight we have some very honored guests, and I don't know what the proper protocol might be, but I'm delighted that the young lady came in this miserable day from the New York Times to interview Ray, and I don't think she's ever interviewed anybody quite like her, but anyway, we're delighted that she's here, Miss Eleanor Blau. Out from the Dimes. Gus Dallas was here from the Daily News, but he had to leave, but we're grateful to him too. And we're always well represented by the Ziegfeld Club. They're all scattered here and there. And you'll meet some of them as time goes on. First of all, I want to thank Jim Ruth, our entertainment director. And incidentally, if you haven't signed his wonderful cartoon of Ray, please do so before you leave. Jim Ruth, take a bow. I'm grateful to Lewis Hardee, who has done everything but sweep up, and he won't do that till after the show. Lou, thank you very much. With Jerry Ruth for doing a very menial chore out there. Jerry, you did not. I hope you counted right. Thank you very much. And there are two very prominent young Broadway stars, truly multi-talented gentlemen, and I haven't had a chance to even greet them, but we're delighted they're here. Mr. Dick Nielsen. Dick's over the corner. We can't get the light over. And John McMullan, we'll turn the lights on. We should see these people. Please, please turn the lights on. No, that's not right. John McMullan and Dick Nielsen, take a bow. Thank you for being here. We're delighted. We're delighted. I was just perusing the room, and this is an interesting fact. We have a gentleman whom we honor every year on his birthday. The last one, I think, was 86. And if anybody in the room, this is an Irish theme tonight. As you know, everybody's an O. But the gentleman who probably knows more about Eddie had made 35 round trips to Ireland, and he was honored by the Irish government on several occasions. So Eddie, practice your brogue. We'll put you on later. Now to get the show rolling, we have a gentleman. You know, the theme of the Lambs is to introduce young people and try to give them a break. And here's a young fellow that we've been trying to find out where his talent lies. And for years. But I promised I'd be nice to him tonight. He's got a clean shirt on and everything. So he has an extensive theater background. He's really a marvelous actor. And tonight he's playing the part of MC, and I'm sure he'll be tremendous. May I present Mr. Earl Rowe, ladies and gentlemen, your MC.
Ladies and gentlemen, I beg your pardon? I'll try, Sam. Well, I want to congratulate all of you for turning out in such miserable weather. I really thought we'd, have a big problem because of the snowstorm and all that sort of thing, and all the predictions by the weathermen, which didn't turn out to be true. So I'm very grateful that we have such a large audience, which is a tribute to Ray, our most beloved lamb, our oldest active lamb. Let's hear it for Ray. Although Ray is celebrating his 90th birthday, that's just in chronological years. His true age, as we all know, is more like 30, at least 60 years younger than 90. So Ray, all your friends are here. You're beloved by everyone, and I hope you have 90 more. We'll all be rooting for you. So Jim, I'm rounding up all Irish performers for this show. Among the Lambs, that is. We had to go out and recruit a few from the outside. However, we were able to get most of the people that you'll see tonight right from the Lambs membership. And there were some that we had to leave out, talented Lambs that we couldn't use because they weren't Irish, which was a stipulation Jim gave us. For instance, Fred Scolay, we wanted him to write a skit for the show. Couldn't use him because he's Puerto Rican. Sorry about that, Fred. Sam LeConte wanted to do a soft shoe dance. Couldn't use him, he's Polish. Then Larry Homer wanted to read one of his plays. We couldn't use him, he's Ukrainian. His right name is Homer Hominsky. So we had a terrible time. Steve the Past wanted to do a rhyming song for Ray. He's Jamaican, couldn't use him. But finally we rounded up about 6 or 7 performers from the Lambs, and we've managed to put together an all-Irish show. And our first performer is a young man who recently joined the Lambs, and ever since joining he's been chomping at the bit to perform in one of our Lambs functions. So Jim and Lou Hardee decided tonight was the night. He'd get his big chance. He's paid his dues by entertaining us at the happy hours. Now, those of you who attend our Thursday night happy hours have seen this young man perform. He does a number that's become sort of his trademark. It's called I Love Me. Now, this is a big favorite with Fred. Fred Scolay insists on hearing that every time Kevin performs. He loves it, loves it. Sorry, Fred, I hate to disappoint you, but Kevin's not singing I Love Me tonight.
Because I'm Puerto Rican.
Right. No, because it's an all-Irish evening, and we're singing I Love Ray tonight. So to kick off the show with a real socko number, here he is, Eddie Mullen's nephew, Tom Dillon's protege, Kevin McMullan.
It's a great day for the Irish. It's a great day for fair. The sidewalks of New York are filled with blarney. For sure you'd think New York was O'Killarney. It's a great day for the Shamrock, for the flags in full array. We're feeling so inspired just because of all the Irish. It's a great, great day. It's a great day for the Irish. It's a great day for fair. Because there's not a cop to stop the raiding. Begorra, all the cops is out parading. It's a great day for the Shamrock, for the flags in full array. And as we go a-swinging, every Irish heart is singing. It's a great, great day.
Hi, I'm Peter O'Collins. I'm one of the Irishmen. I'd like to get a little more involvement of the audience here, so I'm going to start off with a song called Clancy Lowered the Boom, and I'd like everybody to help me and the chorus, and anybody that doesn't know the words will pick it up as we go along. Okay, Jim? Now Clancy was a peaceful man, if you know what I mean. The cops picked up the pieces after Clancy left the scene. He never looked for trouble, that's a fact you can assume. But nevertheless, when trouble would press, Clancy lowered the boom. All that Clancy, all that Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom, 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 boom. O'Leary was a fighting man, they all knew he was tough. He strutted round the neighborhood, a-shooting off his guff. He picked a fight with Clancy, then and there he sealed his doom. Before he could shout, "O'Leary, look out!" Clancy lowered the boom. All that Clancy, all that Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom, 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 boom. Now Clancy left the barber shop with tonic on his hair. He walked into the pool room and he met O'Reilly there. O'Reilly said, "What for the shakes? Now do I smell perfume?" Before you could start your cue in the rack, Clancy lowered the boom. All that Clancy, all that Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom, 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 boom. Mulrooney walked into the bar and ordered up a round. He left his drink to telephone and Clancy drank it down. Mulrooney said, "Who drank me drink? I'll lay him in his tomb." Before you could pat the top of your hat, Clancy lowered the boom. Oh, that Clancy! Oh, that Clancy! Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom, 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 boom. The Houlihan delivered ice to Mrs. Clancy's flat. He'd always linger for a while to talk of this and that. One day he kissed her just as Clancy walked into the room. Before you could say the time of the day, Clancy lowered the boom. Oh, that Clancy! Oh, that Clancy! Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom, 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 boom. The neighbors all turned out for Kate O'Grady's wedding night. McDougal said, "Let's have some fun. I think I'll start a fight." He kissed the bride and wrecked the hall and pulverized the groom. Before you could say the time of the day, Clancy lowered the boom. Oh, that Clancy! Oh, that Clancy! Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom, 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 boom. Clancy lowered the boom. Hey, I think we need more participation. I didn't hear anybody singing there. How about When Irish Eyes Are Smiling? Everybody knows that, huh? I'll do it. We'll do it twice, and everybody that knows, sing along the first time, and those that don't know it, learn the words the first time, and sing along the second time, okay? When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, sure the world seems bright and gay. But when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away. Now again, everybody. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. That's better. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. But when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away. Hey, you sound real good, everybody. So away they go. Now, when Lou Hardee and Jim Ruth were putting this show together, they were talking to me about what I'd like to do. I said I'd like to do something, and so we agreed that I'd do Clancy and Irish Eyes Are Smiling, which I just did. And then Lou Hardee said, "Why don't you do I'll Take You Home Again, Kathleen, and tell that beautiful, poignant story about how the song was written." It seems that for years the story went that it was written by Paul Westendorf, and that he had written the song as a sentimental ballad because of his wife's serious illness caused by the death of their son. So I looked up the story. I looked in a couple of books, and I found that a man named Richard S. Hill had done a lot of research recently in the Library of Congress, and he found that that story is all wrong. That actually, this sentimental ballad was inspired because his wife was away visiting relatives and he was lonely. It seems that she was visiting her family out in Ogdensburg, New York, and he was a high school teacher and couldn't get away from class and had to stay in Plainfield, Indiana, and he wrote the song. And another thing, he was inspired by a sentimental ballad which was very popular at the time called Take Me Home Again, Barney. Also, his wife's name was Jenny, and it wasn't Kathleen. But he did write this song.
It is a beautiful song. It was introduced by a local performer in the town hall in Plainfield, Indiana, and is still very popular today, and I would like to do it for you now. I'll take you home again, Kathleen, across the ocean wild and wide, to where your heart has ever been, since first you were my bonny bride. All have left your cheek. I've watched them fade away and die. Your voice is sad whene'er you speak, and tears bedim your loving eye. Take you back, Kathleen, to where your heart will feel no pain, and when the fields are fresh and green, I'll take you to your home. Just wonderful, Pete. Now, didn't you think those two guys worked well together? I mean, their voices complement each other so. Now, if Pete could only learn to move like Kevin, we'd have something. Those two guys could have a great brother act. I can visualize them in striped blazers, straw hats, and canes. They'd knock them dead. But you know, Pete's been studying voice for about 15 years. And in all that time, he's had time to learn two songs. The Girl That I Marry, and They Say It's Wonderful, both from Annie Get Your Gun. Now, Ray conducted that show on Broadway, so you can imagine what he suffers every happy hour when Pete comes up and says, will you play The Girl That I Marry? And, you know, they say it's wonderful, and Pete bursts into song. So I'm delighted to see that Pete now has added 3 new songs to his repertoire. So he's all set to start auditioning for a Broadway musical. All he's got to do is find a play for a part for a narrator that can sing one of those 5 songs. So good luck, Pete.
Thanks, sir.
Right. Now, our next performer is another one of our old and beloved Lamb. Well, beloved might not be the right term, but he's a very likable chap, very likable. And when I say old, I don't mean old. I mean old in terms of being a member. But come to think of it, he's also old. Now, this guy was a performer many, many years ago, about 20 years ago. But he hit a dry spell, as all of us do, you know how it is, and he had to get a paying job. He had to pay the rent, he had to put food on the table. So fortunately, he found a job with Nationwide Insurance. They hired him as an office boy and file clerk. And he's held that job right up until the present day. But now that he's ready for retirement, he's approached that retirement age, he'd like desperately to make a comeback in show business. And toward that end, he's recently completed a porno film. Now, he did this all by himself. It's called Alone at Last, and it lasts about 6 minutes. But he's not going to do that for us tonight, fortunately. Tom wouldn't approve. So he's going to do the act he's best known for. So here he is, that West Virginia cowpoke, the man we all love, the perennial juvenile, Tom O'Ash and his alter ego, Willie O'Trinkle.
I have to give
give you a seat, don't I?
Yeah.
Well, looks like Earl Rowe just stole my act. But why did you come out here tonight, Willie?
Well, come out from my old pal. My old buddy's birthday.
Well, at least you didn't come out to root for yourself as usual.
No, my old pal Ray O'Brien, he and I have been together for years. Whooping it up. We whooped it up last night at the Blarney Stone.
Wait a minute. You whooped it up with Ray at the Blarney Stone?
Yeah. Whooped it up at the Blarney Stone. It was really great. He drinks, you know. Also, I learned a lot from him.
What did you learn from Ray?
Well, he told me that Ireland gave the Statue of Liberty to the United States.
Willie, France gave the Statue of Liberty to the United States.
They did? Well, that's what he said. He said they got it from France and gave it to the United States.
Oh, come on now.
I think he stretches the truth.
Yeah, well, I think he does too a little bit.
You know, he likes girls.
Well, of course, I should hope he likes girls.
He told one girl that he was in the Marines.
Well, Ray was in the Marines.
Well, yeah, but he said he got discharged last week. They didn't have any more islands to conquer.
Oh, come on, Ray. Now, that's the silliest thing I ever heard.
Yeah, well, he was drinking, you know. I bought him a drink.
Ray O'Brien has never had over 1 or 2 drinks at a sitting that I ever saw, and I've known him for years.
Yeah, well, he only had one last night because I bought it.
Well, that was mighty nice of you.
Yeah, well, he said he thought he was going to go climb the Empire State Building.
Wait a minute. What kind of a drink did you get him?
Oh, I got him an Irish drink.
Well, what kind of an Irish drink?
That's what the bartender said.
Wait a minute, explain that.
Well, I went in, you know, he came into the Blarney Stone, and he had to go get himself some music that he forgot.
He did?
Yeah, and he came back, and in the meantime, I ordered him a drink. The bartender wanted to know what he was drinking, and I said he wasn't drinking anything. He just came in.
Well, you have to tell the man what kind of a drink.
Well, I couldn't think of anything, so I said, give him an Irish drink.
Well, that was good. Well, what kind of an Irish drink?
Well, I couldn't think of anything there either, so I said, give him a Mickey.
Willie, a Mickey is not an Irish drink.
Well, all of a sudden, he drank it down, and he said he's going to climb the Empire State Building. And I got scared. He ran out the door. He ran around the corner. And I got scared and called the Dillons.
Willie, what did they do?
They called the police.
Well, oh, wait a minute. You called the police, and what happened?
Well, they stopped him.
Well, that's good. You know, Ray could have hurt himself badly climbing the Empire State Building.
Yeah, they got him when he was on the 36th floor.
Well, what did he do then?
Well, he put his clothes on and went home. Only he looked like Frosty the Snowman out there, I'll tell you, going up that thing.
Oh, Willie, that's the silliest story I ever heard. Now, why in the world did you even come here tonight?
Well,
this is an Irish night, you know.
Well, I'll tell you, I came here because I'm Irish.
You're Irish? You'd have to prove it to me. You're going to have to prove it because I'm from Missouri.
I thought you were from West Virginia.
I am from West Virginia, Willie.
You will make up your mind.
No, look. You are Irish, and would you give me a little of your background, of your heritage?
Well, my daddy was a shillelagh, and my mother was a Dillon.
Oh, don't tell me you're going to say you're related to Tom Dillon.
Well, I am.
Well, you're going to have to prove it to me.
Well, I can prove it.
You can prove you're related to Tom Dillon?
I sure can.
Are you ready?
Well, you want me to do it?
Yes, I want you to do it.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling.
He's a Dillon.
See that, Tom? They loved you. It wasn't necessary to have all those drinks before the show. I told you didn't need them. Is Tom's AA sponsor in the house? Oh, right over there? Sir, would you stick around till after the show? I think Tom may need your help getting home. Okay, thank you. All right, now our next performer, oh, incidentally, Tom, Ralph would have been proud of you. Our next performer is someone we all know and love, and I mean this. This term applies. We really do love this man. Now, perhaps you noticed as you came into the room, there's a billboard outside with some pictures of all the performers that are appearing here tonight. Now, I think it's at the top center portion of that billboard. There's an 8x10 glossy with two young men. Now, one is seated at the piano. He's unknown. I don't know who the hell he is. But the other fellow who's leaning on the piano, a young fellow with wavy hair and a sweet smile, looking sort of wistfully into the distance, that fellow is a lamb. Now, I heard several people looking at that and saying, who is that guy? He looks familiar, but we can't quite place him. Well, I'm going to tell you who he is. That's Gene Rodgers. Believe it or not, that's Gene Rodgers when he was 22 years old. That goes back 45 years. Now, that's the days when Gene had his own band. Had a three-piece band called the Dipsy Doodle Boys. And they were very hot back in the 20s, from about 1922 or 3 right up through 1930. So, tonight, Gene is going to do his act for us. Now, those of us who attend the happy hours have seen Gene's act many, many times. But he's got a new act tonight in honor of Ray, special material, a couple of his old ditties that he's going to render for us. So here he is. Give him a nice big hand, Gene Rodgers.
Thank you, Earl. I want to hear it again, I want to hear it again, those old piano roll blues. Sitting at the upright Ray O'Brien, you'll see, playing on the keyboard, making sweet harmony. He'll play some familiar show tunes, some very good songs you can croon. He makes us happy, you know, and when the Lambs put on one of their big shows, Ray will play the many great songs that he knows. We want to hear them again, we want to hear them again. Ray's nostalgic old tunes, that's Ray O'Brien, Ray's nostalgic old tunes. I can't tell you how happy I am to be here tonight to honor Ray O'Brien, who's made all of us so happy over the years with his music. And I think a lot of you know, but some of you here may not be aware, that Ray O'Brien was Al Jolson's accompanist for a good 7 years or more. So we thought, what would a night for Ray O'Brien be without a good old Jolson song? So if I may, I would like to do a familiar Jolson tune, but with some special lyrics for this happy occasion. Okay, Professor? Our Ray, he's reaching 90 this year. What a year. And we lambs, we want to wish him good cheer. His loving hands have played a million great tunes. Oh, what tunes that we've danced to and even tried to croon. We know when it's Thursday night, because to our delight, he's gonna hurry there. He'll be sitting where the songs began, playing great pops and a little Chopin. And then the happy hours begin, how they'll begin each Thursday when Ray O'Brien walks in. Oh yes, our Ray, he's reaching 90 this year. What a year. And we lambs, we want to wish him good cheer. He's brought us joy with all his music and songs. Oh, what songs! And we love him as all the years go along. We know he's quite a guy, 'cause at 5:30 he's gonna hurry there. at the happy hours, his music will start, playing for you those songs from his heart. And now, Ray, we hope you'll always feel fine, really fine, and enjoy life, and reach 109.
Gene Rodgers, tell you, nobody handles an old ditty like Gene Rodgers. His wife Mary told me that. She said, nobody handles an old ditty like my Gene. I said ditty, Fred, D-I-T-T-Y. Come on.
I'm Puerto Rico.
So I said to her, what about the young ditties? She didn't have an answer for me. I think she was offended. You know, but whenever Gene sings those sentimental songs, a tear forms in my eye. I think there's something wrong with my contact. Had nothing to do with the song. It'll be all right. It'll go all right. But now for our next performer, I realize that up until now we've had all male performers. And you ladies out there are saying, what's wrong with the women? How come we don't have the distaff side? Well, the reason for that being, we tried to get a genuine, authentic Irish colleen for you. Jim Ruth went to great lengths to find an Irish colleen. He would settle for nothing less. Well, we're very fortunate in finding one just today, this morning as a matter of fact. He went down to the docks and he caught this lovely little Irish colleen just as she was stepping off the boat with her carpet bag in hand. Now, I must tell you, she's so new in the country, she doesn't even have her green card yet. And her brogue is a mite thick. You might have a little difficulty understanding her because she thinks in the Gaelic, but she has to translate into English. So that's why it might be a little difficult to understand her. But she's going to do the act for you that made her famous in Ireland. Here she is, the sweetheart of the IRA, Sonya Ludwig.
What do you think, I'm Isadora? I didn't know I was on now. I was supposed to go a little later. That's all right. I don't know if you know me. Some do probably. And I just put in my drops in my eyes. I have glaucoma, you know what I mean? I want to see you people. Now, I'm not Irish, I'm Jewish. I give out. So I'll say shalom. I told you last time, a lot of Gentile people, they know shalom is when you come, you say shalom. When you go, you say shalom. The Jewish people are so mixed up, we don't know whether we're coming or going. Nevertheless, it's wonderful to be here. And when Lewis invited me, I say, what, again? I was here last year. It's going to be ridiculous. You're going to slay them. You're going to lay them in the aisles. That's right. I just made myself $100. You know what I mean? What can I tell you? I'm 84 years old. And thank you. That's the only time I get an applause, not for my entertainment, but for my age, you know. I can be a very good singer. There's some wonderful singers in here, young lady. Follow me later. And, but I always wanted to be a singer. And I went recently to a singing teacher. He happens to be blind, you know, but he was a wonderful teacher. He says, I said to him, maybe I can become a singer. Will you listen to me? He says, no, let me hear. And I sang for the blind singing teacher. After I got through, I said, what do you say, teacher? He says, what shall I tell you? I'm blind. I wish I was deaf, too, you know. Now you say, what kind of a woman is she, show business? Most of the time you see them, you know, have their hair done beautiful, brunette, or blonde. All the girls, blonde, you know, they have a lot of fun, you know what I mean? But at my age, I can't look for fun anymore. But I went into a drugstore, you know, the other day, and I thought to myself, I'll do something with my hair. And a tall 6-footer walks over to me. He says, "Madam, what can I do for you?" I say, "What have you got for gray hair?" He says, "I have lots of respect," he says. So I remained with my gray hair. It doesn't matter. Gray hair is beautiful, isn't it? You have a lot of ladies in here. Thank you. And, of course, we have the 2 birthday babies in here, and one of them is a very dear friend of mine, none other than Lanny Ross. He's responsible for my appearing 9 times on Ray Hardee show. And Ray told me that you're the only one who appeared so many times. I say, "Why am I that good?" He says, "No, every time I feel maybe you'll get better and better and better, and that's why I'm back here again." Well, he's a darling, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Lanny Ross, and I want to wish you all the happiness in the world. And so I will stop talking. I'll get a hold of my piano and put on my shoulder. Who's going to help me lift it up for me? Have I got a nice, strong man in here? How about Joe? Oh, you?
I'm Italian. I should know from before you.
Do you do everything the wrong way? Now, wait a minute. Let me get the harness on. Oh, now I'm coming apart. All right? Wait a minute. That'll take 15 minutes. And I was given only 15 minutes to perform, you know what I mean? Can you straighten it out a little in the back? Ah, the boy.
Wardrobe?
Thank you. Wonderful. Thanks a lot. Well, anyway, so Louis says, what are we going to do for the Irish night? Did your mother come from Ireland? 'Cause there's something in you Irish. Will you tell me where you got those Irish eyes? And before she left Killarney, did your mother kiss the blarney? 'Cause that little bit of rogue you can't disguise. Oh, I wouldn't be romancing, I could almost see her dancing while the Kelly pipers play. Sure, and maybe I'll be sharing, and the shamrock you'll be wearing, and this next St. Patrick's and Jewish, I told you. Did your mother come from Ireland, Coney Island? 'Cause there's something in your eyes, and that bit of Ireland steals me heart away. I've got a word and a string sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my little finger. Oh, what a world. Oh, what a life. I'm in love. You think I'm kidding, huh? I've got a song that I sing. I can make a rainbow anytime I move my little finger. Lucky me. Can't you see I'm in love? Life's a beautiful thing. As long as I have that string, I could be silly so and so. If I should ever let it go, 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 go. I've got a world and a string sitting on a rainbow. Got a string around my little finger. Oh, what a world. Oh, what a life. I'm in love. I was born in Russia. softly you must say to each other, she must be a communist. Does that make me a communist? If I would be born in Germany, would I be a Nazi? If I would be born in Italy, would I be a fascist? If I would be born in the Virgin Islands, what would I be? Слышно в саду, даже шороха, все здесь замерло до утра. Не забудь ты, о, эти летние подмосковные вечера, о, не забудь ты, о, эти летние подмосковные вечера. I went to California last year to the wedding of my granddaughter. And when you go to a wedding, many times you hear the most beautiful melody. Is this the little girl I carry? Is this the little boy at play? I don't remember growing older. When did they? When did she grow to be a beauty? When did she get to be so tall? Wasn't it yesterday when they were small? You like to sing along? I'll let you, yeah? Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the east, soothing sail one night to sunflower, blossoming even as we gaze. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the east. One season following another, laden with happiness and tears. I must tell you a little story what happened to me last week before I forget it. You know, everybody buys a dog. I can't travel with a dog because, you know, when you go traveling around, where will you carry a dog? So I went into a pet shop and I told him, I said, you know, I'd like to have something to protect my home, you know. He says, well, how about a parakeet? I said, what am I going to do with a parakeet? Are you kidding? He says, are you kidding? You'll have a parakeet sing a song, you know what I mean? And when a burglar comes over, you know, he'll hear a voice. I say, well, I don't know what kind of a parakeet. He brings out a little parakeet. And somehow I see that the little leg is not so kosher, you know what I mean? I say, take a look at the leg. He says, well, what do you want, a singer or a dancer? I say, what else can you suggest? I say, I tell you what, I just got from Africa a parrot. The most gorgeous parrot. I said, what am I going to do now with the parrot? He says, are you kidding? You're going to teach that parrot to talk. And if a burglar comes over to the door, he hears a voice, you'll know somebody's home. So I paid for the parrot. Beautiful. You should see the feathers, green and yellow, and it's just gorgeous, you know. I bring home the parrot and I talk to him for 3 months. I got hoarse, and he don't say a word. The only thing he learned is, who is it? Who is it? I figured it's better than nothing, you know what I mean? I went away on an engagement in Brooklyn, you know, and I didn't know that in my apartment there was a leak under the sink, and it went right through the neighbor underneath. She runs up at 2 o'clock in the morning to the superintendent. Will you get a plumber? Take a look. Tell Miss Ludwig something is happening there. Get a plumber. Get a plumber. 2 o'clock in the morning, the plumber comes. He comes over to the door. Who is it? He says, it's the plumber. Nothing happened. The door doesn't open. He tries again. Who is it? He says, it's the plumber. Nothing happened. This goes on for 15 times, you know. Who is it? It's a plumber. Who is it? And nothing's happening. Very hot in the hall. And before you know, he fainted right in front of my door. I come home. I see a body laying in front of my door. I say, my God, who is it? The parent says, it's the plumber. But I don't have the time. All I can say to my dear friend Lewis, who arranges these beautiful shows, you'll never know just how much we love you. You'll never know just how much we care. And if we tried, we still couldn't hide our love for you. Didn't you know, or haven't we told you so? A million or more times. You'll go away, our hearts go with you. We speak your name in our every prayer. If there is some other way to prove that we love you, I swear I don't know how. You'll never know if you don't know. Give me my cane. Absolutely. You're a darling. Don't put it on the high stuff. None of the young girls get under this.
Let's have a nice hand for Sonya Ludwig. I'll tell you, she's something else. I could sit and listen to that lovely lady all night. What a performance. So the next time, she said she needed more time. Lou, make sure you put her down for more time next time she appears.
Thank you.
This is the third time I've seen her, and each time she seems to get funnier and better, and she's just a great performer. It makes you proud to be in this business to somebody like that at 84 that can do this to an audience. And now, moving right along, as they say, we've been very fortunate in having an entertainer that we've secured outside the Lambs, but we wanted to bring you a bona fide Irish singer tonight. And we were able to find one, and we didn't think he was going to make it there for a minute. In fact, Lou came up and he said he didn't make it, so we're going to have to skip over Tom Duffy. But fortunately, he did arrive. Now, this gentleman you've probably heard or seen on Channel 5, or on the Barry Farber show. He's also appeared on the radio show, Ray Heatherton's radio show. So he's here to sing for us tonight some Irish songs, and I'd like you to give a real warm Lamb's welcome to the voice of Ireland, Mr. Tom Duffy.
getting all through, you know. I've got to watch some steps here. The pale moon was rising above the green mountain. The sun was declining beneath the blue sea. When I strayed with my love to the pure crystal fountain that stands in the beautiful vale of Tralee. She was lovely and fair as a rose of the summer, yet was not her beauty alone that won me. Oh no, 'twas the truth in her eyes ever dawning that made me love Mary, the rose of Tralee. The cool shades of evening their mantle were spreading, and Mary, all smiling, was listening to me. The moon through the valley her pale rays was shedding when I won the heart of the rose of Tralee. She was lovely and fair as the rose of the summer, yet was not her beauty alone that won me. Oh no, 'twas the truth in her eyes ever dawning that made me love Mary, the rose of Tralee. I'd like to sing a song a cappella. That's because there's no written music that I know of. This song I'm going to sing is very old. It's about 700 years old. It's a Gaelic song. If there's any song can be classified as an Irish ballad, this is it. It's called Roisin Dhu. Roisin Dhu means, in Gaelic, dark-haired Rosalie. It was the epitome of Irish beauty way back at that time, maybe any time, for a girl to have lovely dark hair, dark eyes, and sallow skin. And the Irish invented this woman's name, dark-haired Rosalie, to represent Ireland. Because at that particular time, the repression was so great in Ireland that just to mention the word Ireland in terms of endearment and joy might mean execution. This is literally true. So they invented this name. The street singers and the poets, their listeners in the villages knew when they really talked about this Rosalie. I would walk under the sea for you. I would grasp lightning in my hand for you. They knew he was referring to Ireland. His emotion was just the same as if he was singing to a flesh and blood lover. So this is Roisin Dhu, means Ireland. Roisin abia brannort fareri dwich tana brannort chachtar saila es yield ek trier mjor shaki da fardanam papa es an rodan nor snisbar far fion spar Russian do, dark-haired Rosaline. They found her frozen stiff. Black 47, 1847, the year of the famine. She was dead. Not a pick on her bones. No eyes, no lips. Yet during that terrible night of suffering and death, I leaned over and kissed her lips because I knew she was not dead. Nor will our love ever die, because our love is the purest love outside the gate of heaven. Long before that, they said she had gone away and abandoned us hundreds of years before that, when the last of Ireland's own royalty left and went to Europe. But we knew that she would not leave us. She would never leave us. Today, Rosaline reigns supreme over Ireland, from Dublin to Galway and Antrim to Kerry. And we know that she is still our queen. Rosin, nabia bronnort, fare duich, pana brachnaik schaft der Seiler, es id ek trier mjor, Chapi da for Don on Papa, es on Rowan nor, sneeze battle far, Fion Spagna, Ermorosin
For Tom Duffy. Well, you wanted a real Irish singer, you got one. That was just beautiful. Made you want to go out and take singing lessons. Tell you, that was really something. Well, now, our next performer is another Irish colleen. Now, we've seen Sonya, but we have another lady who's a real Irish colleen. Now, her real name is Bridget O'Toole, but she very quickly realized with a moniker like that she wasn't going to get very far in show business. So she changed it to Jacqueline Kroschell. Now, many of you have seen her at the happy hour where she's done her Irish Waitress at Stouffer's act and also sang for us on a number of occasions. And she was also here singing for us on my night in September. In fact, she caused me some embarrassment by sitting on my lap and singing to me, which caused a rise in my blood pressure. So we advised her not to do that to Ray tonight, because we want to keep Ray around as long as possible. But this young lady has had a wealth of experience. She's on Broadway. She's been in The Man of La Mancha, The Pirates of Penzance, and The Mikado. In fact, she told me she's appeared in every Gilbert and Sullivan play but one. I don't know what the one is, but that's what she told me. And she's also played leads and featured roles in road companies of Broadway musicals and summer stock productions of Broadway musicals. She's also appeared as guest soloist with over 200 symphony orchestras, as well as grand opera. So I'd like you to give her a big hand tonight, and here she is, the lovely Jacqueline Kroschell.
Sing, hops in the other way. Sing, 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 boom, boom, sing, boom, la, 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 sing, oh, my heart goes back to Ireland, dear Ireland, my Ireland, and I live in dreams, my silent is singing sweet the merry sound of dancing feet. Ah, could I return, oh joy complete, Ireland, Ireland. Being called, am I on the air? Can you hear me?
You're on.
Okay. Did you ever hear that song being called the Irish Street Song? Well, that was the Irish Street Song, especially for Ray. And do you know why? Because Ray and you share a very special birthday, you do. It's not exactly the same day. But were you aware that now in your 90th year, you're sharing the same time of year with the birthday on February 1st of 125 years with Victor Herbert, one of the greatest lambs himself. Did you all know that? Appropriate today. And so that's why I sang that song for you, because it was written by a true Irishman, a man who never forgot the old sod, just like his grandfather Samuel Lover, who was a great patriot too, and wrote the low-backed car. And so I'd like to be doing one more song for you, Ray. And this was also by Victor Herbert, a good old Irishman and a good old man. And perhaps you'll take this bit of advice and honor me after the show is over. Sweet summer breeze. May I have that note again? Sure. I need my first note. word of thanks to Earl, Rowe, and to that wonderful Lewis Hardee for all the trouble that they went to for making this wonderful birthday party for you. And I wonder if anybody here noticed that in addition to me bringing out my best green outfit, that they went even further and had the whole room painted green in your honor. Did you notice that? Well, now I wonder if you could help me with one final moment of mine, and that would be for all of us, for Ray too. And that is, could everyone remember the words fancy, dare, and fine? Do you think you could do that? Fancy, dare, and fine. And would you remember also, you're the gentleman of mine, a gentleman for mine, rather. Well, I found this old song written in 1902, not shortly after Ray was born. Let's see, how old would you have been then, Ray? I guess you would have been, oh my goodness, would you have been maybe 8 years old? Well, they wrote this song especially for him, and perhaps you all join me in singing it, and it's called Oh, 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 O'Brien, written by a nice young Irishman named Gene Swartz. So I've never sung this song before, and I just happened to find it over at the library, and maybe it'd give us a chorus of it. We'll be then singing for you, Ray. Oh, 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 O'Brien. Would you be playing it for us once? Sure.
Until now, we've had a variety of singers, many, many singers, and we've had very little comedy relief, except for Kevin McMullan and Sonya Ludwig. That's about the only comedy. Oh yes, Tom Ash, that was comedy, I think. But other than that, it's been all singing, which is fine, but you need some comedy relief. Stop the show, so we'll find out. Now, this is a man who claims he's capable of entertaining any audience. Now, that's a broad statement, but I believe him, because I met him earlier. Has a lovely wife who works with him. They've appeared on the old Jack Parr Tonight Show and the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, as well as Captain Kangaroo, Ding Dong School. Yes, I'm not making this up. He's been on Ding Dong School, and he's appeared with Diana Ross. And if that isn't enough, he's also featured in Woody Allen's new movie about to open in February called Broadway Rose. So I'd like you to give him a nice warm welcome, Bob Rollins and his fair lady.
Thank you very much. No singing? Oh, well, they say if you can entertain children, you can entertain grown-ups. All you need is a lot of wind, plenty of balloons, and you can do the same things I do. Jim, give me an F7, please. In your Easter bonnet, with all the frills upon it, you'll be the grandest lady in the Easter parade. I will be in clover when they look you over. I'll be the proudest fellow in the Easter parade. On the avenue, Fifth Avenue, the photographers will snap us, and you'll find that you're in the I could write a sonnet about your Easter bonnet. On the avenue, Fifth Avenue, the photographers will stop us, and you'll find that you're in the photograph. I could write a sonnet about your Easter bonnet, and of the girl I'll take you to the Easter parade.
I would like to give this out to a little girl around 18, 19, or 20.
Right here! Right here!
All right, the first lady. Come on, anyway.
Nikki, come on.
Come on up.
She's the youngest in the room. Nikki,
Come on up. That's all. Come on up.
Nikki,
In your Easter bonnet, with all the frills of bonnet, it's free.
He's here. No,
If you keep this about 2 or 3 weeks, you'll have more rabbits than you can count. All right, let me show you folks what you can do with balloons. All you have to do, folks, get yourself a whole handful of balloons at this night. Do the same thing as I do. You blow up a bubble, you tie a little knot, leave a little spot, tie another little knot. Then we make another little bubble, tie a little knot. Always remember, tie a little knot, leave another little space. In case they break, one breaks, you don't throw it away. Just keep on making knots. Ask the youngsters or anybody, what do we have? More hot dogs, more weenies. You take a white one, any color you want. They don't want me minty for nothing. You take it first when you twist and cut blue, a whole handful, even out just a little bit. Your second. All right, that's why we have an extra one. And we put it over here, the third one, all the way back here. And we back out. I would like to have 4 ladies come up here. 4 ladies, will make one of the greatest people. 4 ladies. Any 4 ladies. Lights up. Lights up. 4 ladies over here. 1. Lights up, please. Can I ask you lights up? Let's have 4 ladies. 4 ladies. Come on. Over here, 2, 3. Another lady. Another lady. 1 more lady over there. Come on, let's have another lady. Another lady. 1 more lady. Come on up. Quick. 3. Come on. We have them. Here they come. Over here. This stuff. Try it. No, just over here. All right. Thank you, Jim. I asked for 4 ladies. Are you married? How many children have you had? 10. How many have you got? None? How many have you got? Huh? 7? How many you got? You got none? Come on. Come over here. Come over. Come over. Come over here. Now, this one here. Come on. Come on over. All right. Usually we have a party and I know we say 2 or 3, but anyway, as long as you said you have only 10, we're not going to play around with you. Just take your little balloon, just take home. And we just work the road fast we can. As you do that time, I want to give you a good one. I'll just put it down. Thank you very much. All right. Now, you have none? Come over here. I'll give you something to play with. Come on over here. You do these, Don. All right. Among all the animals, I like to make them for you because otherwise you say to yourself, well, he has them all made up. We only make a few. And we open up with the rabbit. Easter's coming. And we just twist these around just a little bit more. And as I said before, just keep on making bubbles, that's all. Only a little faster, honey. Can you break these up? All right. Here you are. Thank you. Now, you might as well give us something to play with, just like some pop. This one here's got a long, long nose. I don't know that. Got a long, long tail. Everybody likes to play around with it. You have none, huh? Oh, all right. Oh, okay. But it's fun making these here balloons anyway. Don't have no trouble with that, that's it. Hello, that's the girl. And there you are. Now, all you have to do is kiss the nose and tail wiggle, or it goes up and down like that. Press down. What you get? Want to try that? Well, yeah, push down and help you go. Oh, come on. Try it. Yeah, you're single. There you go. I want you to blow it all the way up. All the way up. Oh, come on. Just blow it all the way up. Okay?
Go, next go. Go, next go.
Straight. Go all the way out straight. Go ahead.
Go, next go.
All right. The gentleman in the car, would you mind standing up, please? All right.
What happens to the
You can give me those lamps if you want to. Usually if this oratory is high, it's still out of this building. All right. Gentlemen, would you mind standing up, sir? Up in the corner. Come on. Up in the corner. Every time you go on TV this thing, how do you throw it all the way from the top down to the bottom? From the bottom up? I left that out in the picture. From the top down, the bottom up, and the bubble in the middle. They don't break to say, well, what kind of moves does it do? Come on. Well, come on, what are you waiting for? Now, these are the type of balloons that the clowns that you see running around town use. They'll only use one balloon. And we have a lot of fun with these clowns. Well, we call it a lot of fooling around. Just that's what people to make it that way. Like that. Twist around. All right, now. As we travel around the country, we like to go to Miami Beach, Jim. We like to go to Hialeah, Gulf Stream. If you go there at the end of the season in Tropical Park, or I should say, Hialeah, they have a pageantry of beauty where they bring in historical people of Seminole Indians. The Seminole Indians bring in swords and papoose, making a beautiful picture by chasing the most beautiful birds across the topboard, the flamingos. Among the flamingos, you see a bird of this type, pretty cool like that. And now that we have color on our camera, we'd like to take a picture of this beautiful bird. Come on here, sweetheart. This fellow has the best thing on 4 legs. 3 different positions, medium, small, and large. And large. Jim, give me some fast music. Put your glasses in your pocket. Put your glasses in your pocket, John. I don't want them to break. The tallest to one end, the shortest to the other. Give a load of this. 5 smart men. Take your glasses off, sir. Take your glasses off, sir. Your glasses. Now, gentlemen, I'm going to refresh your memory. I don't know whether you've been in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, or the Coast Guard, but when I say attention, out with your chest, up with your stomach. When I say forward, march your left foot. When I say halt, everybody stop. Your hands alongside your legs. Attention, we got a short stay, short step. 1, 2, 3, 4, halt. Boy. Come on, face. Boy, we got 3 Navy men in here. Left face. Oh, I've never in the Army. You know, you're not going to last long. You know that, don't you? Right face. Right. Come on, face. Boy, you guys ever carry a gun to kill each other. I want you to form a circle facing each other, the shortest of each other in the front, the tallest in the back. Form a circle facing each other. A circle facing each other. That's it, the tallest in the back. Get a little closer. Would you mind turning this way, sir? This way, sir. That's it. We have 5 men, 5 hats. Gentlemen, your left hand high over the air. Your left hand high over the air. Down with your left hand. Up with your right hand. Down with your right hand. Now, would you make a circle, please, so that this gentleman can get right in here? Get in here, please. All right. Sit over here. All right, gentlemen. Listen carefully. When I say 1, your left hand goes behind your back. 2, your right hand goes over to the gentleman's head to your right. Take off his hat, put it on your head. Let's try the side. Put your hands on. 1, 2. Mr. Green, you take the hand off sexy over here. Never mind about anybody else. You only got 1 hand and 1 eye. All right, when I say 1, your left hand goes behind your back. 2, your right hand goes over to the gentleman's head. 1, 2. 1, 2. Sexy, leave your hat alone. Mr. Clean will take it off for you. When I say 1, your left hand goes behind your back. 2, your right hand goes over to the gentleman's head. If you right, take off his hat, put it down. 1, 2. Leave your hat alone. Sexy, Mr. Clean, you're doing all right. I'm worried about sexy over here. Umbriano, you take it off Mr. Clean over here. All right, 1, 2. Left hand, something right. Leave your hat alone. Let the other guy grab your hat. You only got 1 hat, 1 hat. Don't worry about the other guy. Grab the hat, put it on your head. When I say 1, it's your left hand. Go to your right. Take off his hat, put it on your head. 1, 2. 2. Take off his hat, Mr. Clean. Take off his hat there, sexy. Over there. Over there. All right. We eliminate you. Okay, we got 4 smart men. When I say say one is up there, and I say, you get this guy. 1, 2. Take off his hat, put on your head. Take off his hat, put on. What are you doing up behind me? You're taking off Mr. Clean. When I say one, your left hand goes behind you. This is Mr. Clean right over here. You're doing all right, sis, so don't worry about sex right there. All right, 1, 2. You wouldn't believe this, would you? Nice smart now. Each of them has one head, one out. When I say one, your left hand goes behind your back. 2, your right hand goes over to the shoulder instead of the right. Take over his hand, put it on your head. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3 heads over here. There you go, one head. Everybody like you, Jim. One head, 1, 2. Take off the hat, put it on your head. Take off the hat, put it on your head. What kind of work do you do, sir? You retired? Oh, no wonder. 1, 2. Take off the hat, put it on your head. 1, 2. Take off the hat, put it on your head. Now the boy, Mr. Clean, look at 1, 2. Take off his hat. He hasn't moved his head at all. All right, when I say one, your left hand goes behind your back. 2, your right hand goes over to the jump instead of the right. Take off his hat, put it on your head. Now, when I say change hands, Mr. Clean, your right hand goes behind your back. Your left hand goes over to the jump instead of the left. Take off his hat, put it on your head. Every time I say one, the left to your right. When I say change hands, your right to your left. Okay, Mr. Clean? 1, 2. I don't know, somebody's on the wall here tonight. 1, 2. I didn't say change hands, Jim. Take off the hat, put it on your head. All right, when I say one, it's up there. When I change hands, your right hand. Anybody gets told what on the hat is eliminated. 1, 2. Over here, everybody, over here. Come over. Oh, you got a hat? Jim, over here. All right, we got 3 small men. When I say one, it's up there. When I say change hands, 1, 2. What happened to you, Briago? Don't you want a hat? Over here, Briago. We got 2 small men. If I say one, it's up. Change hands, 1, 2. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's have 2 more. Can I have 2 more ladies? Come on, 2 more ladies. 2 more ladies. More. One more. Can I have another lady? 1 more lady. Can I have another lady? Come on. Come on, 1 more lady. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. All right, let's have another lady. Let's have another lady. Let's see. This is your night. She's coming. Come on, Eddie. All right, now, 1 straight line. All right, Eddie. Each of you ladies are going to get 2 cowbells. 2 cowbells. Listen carefully. Come on up, sweetheart. Oh, yes. All right. All right. Now, listen carefully. Each lady gets 2 cowbells. That's it. Now, ladies, grab them by the hand. By the hand. Don't cover the middle. Don't cover the middle. Now, everybody read your bells. What's the matter? One hand can't do what the other one wants to do? When I leave your shoulder, just the one I put my hand on, darling. Otherwise, you're going to get tired. All right, we don't like you. We like this anyway, all right? Wait a minute, way over there, sweetheart. All right, let's go together. Come on, Everybody ring your bell.
Right at the door there.
Wait, come over here, Mr. O'Brien.
Ray, come on, Ray. There it is, Ray. Bravo!
Oh.
Rowe. He hasn't ruined too many careers tonight. And you did look pretty with a clean shirt. I have been hauled out for not introducing one of our beauties whom we love, Joyce Randolph. Joyce. And I also want you to know that we have a junior program, and one of our loveliest junior lambs was up here just a few moments ago, Nikki Goulet. It's Robert Goulet's daughter, that beautiful, beautiful girl. Where are you, Nikki? And this handsome fellow that was up shooting balloons is come back to the fold. He's living in North Carolina, but he's up here for a while. He was president of, or head of the Theater Authority for many, many years, and he's a delightful man, Alan Corelli. Alan, we're glad to have you back in New York. Now, tonight, I was reminded of the years when I first joined the Lambs. We used to do all sorts of shows, benefits and the like, and there was always a man named McMurtry there who would always yell up and insist on my doing Irish songs. And this went on for 2 or 3 years, and his wife would always stand up and lead the applause, and as I thought she was crazy about Irish music. And after 2 or 3 years of this, I said, you know, you're so kind and appreciative. You've heard me do this stuff over and over again. And she said, you have no idea how kind and appreciative I've been. She says, I hate Irish songs. So in the light of that, I have picked out, in honor of Ray, the shortest Irish song I know. He was referred to yesterday as a living Broadway legend, and this has a little to do with Ireland and Broadway. Jim, can you see? The one we said we'd open with.
Okay. This light is up.
That's it. Raymond, for you. Sure, I've roamed this wide world over, and of all the lands I've seen, there's no place I'd rather dwell in than my little Isle of Green. Only last night I was gazing on a spot that thrilled me through, but what I saw I'll see no more. 'Twas too good to be true. Sure, the shamrocks were growing on Broadway. Every girl was an Irish colleen, and this town of New York was the county of Cork. All the buildings were painted green. Sure, the Hudson looked just like the Shannon. Oh, how good and how real it did seem. I could hear Mother singing, those Shannon bells ringing. 'Twas only an Irishman's dream. Thank you. First of all, we have a very interesting message for you. It says, "Happy birthday. We are pleased to offer our best wishes and congratulations. May your special day shine with joy, and may the year ahead be blessed with good health and happiness. Nancy Reagan and President Ronald Reagan." And you know, one of the traditions of the Lambs is once a shepherd, always a shepherd. I think we may discontinue that with me. But here is a note that pleased me, and I hope it pleases you half as much as it does me. It says, "Dear Ray, I'm in California, but having my office in Pennsylvania, I sent you this greeting. Wish I could be with you and the whole gang to celebrate your 90th. Slow does a little bit. Wait for me so I can catch up. Congratulations, Fred Waring." For you. And again, I remind you, if you haven't signed Jim Wonderful Artistry, please do. But Ray, I'm not going to give you an attempt opening these presents. We'd be here till next week. So that's your chore. But there is a lovely lady, president of the Ziegfeld Club, who wants to make a special presentation. Doris Vinton, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, that is very limited for me. I do want to say that most men have one great love and possibly two in their lives. But as far as the Ziegfeld Club is concerned, darling, you have 308 Ziegfeld loves to you. And we have selected, and if I may,
cigar is, I think the only other guy that has a cigar bigger is Dick Charles. And he was saying, well, everybody has to get old, but don't get older. But I don't know if you know that he just had his own troubles. Now, he has a big party this week, I think. They're all women. But he can't be there. So I think that the old age syndrome is catching up with him. Because it was only a little while ago that he did have, I think he had heart surgery, and he wound up in a wheelchair. Well, a lot of times, yeah. So this is the end. Anyway, it occurred to me that none of those pacemakers or whatever the other things are, triple bypass he had. I don't think that any of those things will ever help me to ease the pain I will have when I have to leave all you fabulous people and eventually go over to Englewood. And that is, hey, I told you that 2 years ago. But anyway, I want to thank you all, you marvelous, marvelous people. You've been so gracious and kind to me over the years.
Hello, hey, we need him as the engineer. Listen, I have to tell you about this Englewood deal. As most of you know, I'm on the board of the Actors Fund, and Ray, for the last 15 years, has been saying, well, any year now, you're going to hear from me, I'm going over to Englewood. So 2 years ago, he said, I thought this would be the year, but he said, I just paid my dues at my spa. So he said, it'll be next year. So he's just paid, you know, he works out 3 times, that's why he doesn't know anything about bypass. He doesn't even know about aspirin. He works out 3 times. Anyway, Ray, this has been a wonderful night. We will now look forward to your 100th. We'll skip the 95th. I couldn't go through this again. With all our lamps, thank you all for being here. Jim? What happened to Jim? All right, just the last. Gentlemen songsters off on a spree, doomed from here to eternity. Lord, have mercy on such as we.